Hello guys, welcome to Python programming tutorials. In the last video, I have explained about dictionary data type. That is, dictionary consists of pair of keys and values separated by colon, and they are unstructured data type. So in this video, I will explain the few operations that we can perform on dictionary data type. So let's get started. So the following are the operations that we can perform on dictionary. So let's see one by one. So the first operation we have is keys. So we know that dictionary consists of keys and values, right? So if I want to retrieve the key values of the dictionary, then I need to use keys method to retrieve the values. So let's see an example. So here I'm using the same example as shown in the PPT. So if I check the keys, if I want to check the keys of the dictionary, then I need to mention res.keys keys, and if I hit enter, so it returns the list of key values of the dictionary. That is, we have UID in the dictionary, name and GPA. So these are the key elements in the dictionary. So in the next method we have values. So values returns the values of the dictionary. So here we have UID, name, GPA as keys, right? But if I want to retrieve the values of these keys, then I need to mention res dot values, and if I hit enter, so it returns the values of the dictionary, that is 1001 Ravi and 8.6. So this is how you can retrieve keys and values of the dictionary. In the next method we have items. So items basically returns both keys and values in the form of tuple. That is, if I mention res dot items and if I hit enter, so here you can see it returns the a pair of keys and values. So in keys it only returns the key values. Values are used to retrieve values of the keys, and items are used to retrieve both keys and values. Okay. So in the next method we have is get. It returns the value of the specified key. Okay. So here we have res equal to UID, name, GPA, right? So if I want to retrieve name of this dictionary, then I need to use get method. So if I write res dot get, and inside this get I need to pass the key that I want to retrieve. Here I'm passing name, so it retrieves Ravi. Okay. So but if I want to retrieve any not duplicate value, then it returns none. Okay. That is res dot get, and inside this get, let's say address. So we know that address is not in dictionary, but if I want to retrieve address from this dictionary, so it returns nothing. That means the dictionary does not contain address. Okay. So that is how you can use get method. In the next we have pop and pop item. So pop method removes element with the specified key, whereas pop item removes the last element. So let me demonstrate an example. So we have res as UID, name, GPA, right? Suppose if I want to remove name from this dictionary, then I need to mention name of the key. Here I'm mentioning key. If I hit enter, so it returns Ravi. So that means it removed Ravi from the dictionary. Now if I check the value of res, it returns only UID and GPA. Okay. Whereas pop item removes last element of the dictionary. So we have res only two elements. If I write res dot pop item and if I hit enter, so it returns GPA 8.6, right? So it removed the last element of the dictionary. Now if I check the value of res, so it returns only one dictionary, that is UID and 1001. So that is how pop and pop item works. And next method we have is copy. So copy means copies the dictionary value to another dictionary. That is, so suppose if I want to write res1 equal to res dot copy. Now if I check the value of res1, it returns UID and its value 1001. So it basically copied the res value to res1, but it did not assign res to res1. So don't get confused. Suppose let's say res1 equal to res. So here res1 and res both having same values. Suppose if I insert new value to res1, okay, res1 of name equal to Ravi. Now if I check value of res1, so it returns UID and name of res1, right? But if I check the value of res, it also modified with name and Ravi. So this is a disadvantage of assignment operator. But in order to overcome this problem, we need to use copy method, right? Suppose let's say res, we know res equal to UID and name, also res1 also have the same values as res. Suppose let's say res2 equal to res1 dot copy. So now if I check res2, it has the same value as res1, and res1 also have the same values. Now if I do any modifications, let's say res1 of, let's say GPA equal to 8.7. Now if I check res1, so it returns the values UID, name, GPA. Here GPA is added newly, but if I check res2, it did not modify anything. So this is how you can use copy method. So it does not have the same identities. Next comes delete. So delete means deleting the element from the memory. Now we have res, right? Suppose if I delete this, so it completely deleted from the memory. If I check the value of res, it returns me an error, that is name res is not defined. So that is the advantage of delete. It deletes and permanently from memory, whereas we have clear. So clear is different from delete. That is, we have res1, right? Res1 equal to UID, name, GPA, right? If I perform res1 dot clear, now if I check the value of res1, it returns the empty dictionary. So it does not delete from the memory, rather it clears the values inside the dictionary. So that is how you can use clear and delete. Both are different. And next we have is update. So update, as its update means adding new elements to the dictionary. Suppose we have res1, this is empty, right? Suppose if I want to update this res1 as name with names and values, let's say name colon Ravi comma UID colon 1001. Okay, now if I check the value of res1, so it updated to name and UID. So update is used to update new values to the dictionary, that is inserting new values to the dictionary. And next we have is from keys. So this is used to give default values to the every key. Okay, so for this I need to mention list. Let's say m1 comma m2 comma m3. Okay, let's say that a student did not attended his final exams, but the faculty want to give him marks based on his past marks, past attendance details. So if I want to give marks based on his attendance and internal marks, then I need to give rough values to each subject. Okay, so if I mention y equal to dict dot from keys, if I mention x comma, if I want to give 60 to all the subjects, then I need to mention from keys x, that is this value x, and all the marks will be updated to 60. Now if I check the value of y, so it returns m1 60, m2 60, m3 60. Okay, this is how from keys work. Here I need to mention dict method, not dictionary, that is curly brackets. So that's all I had for this tutorial. Hope you all like this video. Thank you for watching.